'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Wait till our new equipment's coming. Wonder if anyone would know much more.
I don't feel safe here.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
I heard a rumour that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Truly.
Right. Though no different.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Look, as long as you need. Best check our stock
Not
before
sure what they
the
expect.
comes along.
I'm no cook, am I?
Come, I'll lead the way. Here we are.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away. I hear the safest...
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. What else must I bring? Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the full. Much obliged.
The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is. Seems my foot always.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Let's take it easy today. On my wares. You've pushed your luck too far.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items. I dare say, I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of at least. We meet again, Arisen. I'm well glad to be traveling by your side again. There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I've oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable. But in time, we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
Can that really be true? I don't like the sound of it at all.
That's it! I've had enough! Clear off! And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly!
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
The lad seemed rather ignorant of the world. Hasn't had anyone to show him the proper way, I'd wager.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets. Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? You bought it for me. Thank you. I'll treasure this. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favor someday.
He spoke of returning the favour, but what could a lad of his age possibly muster?
How might I be of service?
No shame in letting down your head.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Need anything? Many thanks. Might as well.
It takes two to make a sale, and this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously. Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. 'Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits.
Shall we check our packs and be off? We have arrived.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
'Tis done. I knew we'd manage somehow.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Over here, if you would.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
What's this I smell?
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye? What? Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
You'll not live to regret this.
You there! Halt! Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Yes, sir. We shall see how bold you are in irons.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
A fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts. Quiet at last.
I would appreciate your...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Let's take it easy today. You're acting up.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
What to do about combat training?
I dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
Is aught amiss hereabouts? Quiet here. Are brigands lurking about?
can't stomach places like this.
My sword arm could use some work.
I must earn the people's faith.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brant if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't stroll my good head.
Growling time for a nurse. A fine place to sit together once more before the day's done. All this controlling does a number on my shoulders. A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Quiet at last.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Right you are.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
The sooner my duties I'll gladly stay with you.
Welcome.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
My legs are fair numb.
Little enough gold to spend us.
Here we are. Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
That's odd. Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in concert with this Phases fella. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee, be cautious. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Pray, follow me.
This looks as good a place as any.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Ariseners recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually. Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I know where we can find useful materials for enhancing your equipment, Master. I've marked the spot on your map. I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. I found a place with some useful materials for enhancing our equipment. I've marked it down on the map.
What was I supposed to do? I've clean forgotten. It's nodded up for a while there.
Got to try to enjoy life where and when I can. Travel places such as this.
Come, I'll lead the way. Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day?
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Lest we set out again later.
I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
I just nodded off for a moment there.
What did I do?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Over here, if you please.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Never bone in my pocket.
The sack.
Deep in my cups as 'tis.
Not pulling for whatever happens here, anyhow.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
My master told me that the slums hide many secrets. Mayhap we ought to investigate for ourselves.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
I just filched this gear. Wouldn't want to spoil it.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns. You are in good health, I trust, Arisen? Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command, Arisen.
Not game enough to hang about here. Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some...
I'll get that for you.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
Go home. I ought to be getting home.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen is...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
What can I throw in? I've got to make room for my next shipment.
Look as long as you please.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Have you need of me this fine morning? Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command, Arisen. This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find quality's what you need if you want to survive. So if we hope to see you again.
Interested in my wares?
It's on me to bear what...
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
This looks as good a place as any.
I don't have half as many lives as my parents.
Goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I will finish this here and now.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
What's happening?
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say it was still a novel experience. I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. Here, this is for you. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Something good will come of today. I just know it.
I might nod off if I'm not.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns. You are in good health, I trust, Arisen?
A tad rowdy.
I could spend all day here.
I'm dead on.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
There are worse things than turning in early, I must say. Night time already? I thought 'twas rather dark. Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command, Arisen. Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns. Nothing to report, I'm afraid.
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done. Best head to market.